Hello, beautiful stars, and thanks so much for tuning in. I am Astar, and welcome to 𝑓. So, in this video, we are going to be looking into how to activate our magical abilities. And I'm really excited about this reading because today we are going to be using these decks for divination. Now these cards, they are not tarot cards and also not oracle cards, but this is actually a playing game. But I went to my friend's house for dinner the last evening, and I saw these cards and I was like, oh my god, I need to use them for channeling. So I'm actually super excited because I love these things the most. Because if we really trust our intuition, then we can use anything for divination. And I always love to challenge myself when it comes to using divination tools, different kinds of methods. So I thought this is a lovely idea, and since the cards, they are very much based around magic, I thought that a very good theme to explore is about activating our magical abilities. Now this means, this can also mean how to activate our soul's gifts, or what are our soul's gifts, or we could also be looking into past lives potentially. So I really just want to keep it nice and open and just allow spirit to channel through me. And yes, these are the three options. So pile number 1 is going to be the witches. Pile number 2 are going to be the wizards. And pile number 3, the druids. So see which magical collective you are most drawn to today. And you will find the timestamps in the description box. And I'm going to be seeing you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So this is your reading if you have chosen the witches. And let's see what the witches have to tell you right now. So we're asking about how to activate your magical abilities, anything we need to know in regards of your spiritual gifts, any message maybe also from past lifetimes, anything we need to know about your magical abilities. Okay, I'm going to be using these. So let's put all of them together and then let's see. Okay, so the first card we have is this one. I'm going to lay all of them first and then I will be channeling. This one here. I'm actually feeling one more. Actually, this one here, I'm being told. All right. Ooh, okay. Interesting energy. Back of the deck, we have this one here. Okay. So the first thing that comes up, if you are watching this in 2024, this year is a very significant year when it comes to your karma. Because number 8 is connected to karma. And also, if you're watching this video later on, if it's not 2024, then this has to do something with your life path number. So either your life path number is number 8 or your personal year is number 8. So if you don't know about your personal year, this is also an invitation to check up which year it is. And to calculate your personal year, you basically just have to add up all the numbers of your birth date. And then the number that comes out, that's your personal year number. So all the numbers of the birth date plus obviously the year that we are in, because every year it changes. And some of you are going through the personal year number 8, that's very significant, or again your life path number, and for others it's this year. But what this is telling me, that with this school coming up, this is talking about death. So it's really talking about a rebirth, a death and a rebirth. Because here we have the number 1, and this is talking about the rebirth of a new aspect of yourself. And since the color is red, I am really being taken to the root chakra. So whenever you're tuning in, whether it's 2024 or your personal year number 8 or however it relates to you, right now as you're tuning into this reading, it is really about releasing all the fears that are almost preventing you from activating your magical abilities. There is this collective fear of fully being comfortable with exploring magic. And most of the times, again, these fears, they do not come from us, but they come from these collective energies. But since now it's about clearing this karma, letting go of these fears, right now is the time to fully allow these magical abilities to come forth. And in your case specifically, it has to do with healing, so spiritual healing, because the color is green, it's connected to your heart. And I'm being made to feel that actually one of your greatest gifts is your heart. So many people, they're very good with talking. Other people, they are good with their inner eye, they have a good perception. Other people, they are very grounded in the earth plane and they're very good with money and everything physical. But in your case, I feel your greatest gift is your heart, your empathy, your caring about the world, caring about the environment, caring about also a group of people. Like you're very much coming through as a nurturing energy, like a mothering energy. I'm feeling the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very grounded energy. And again, it's this is your greatest gift, like you being grounded in your heart space. And again, everything that was preventing you from fully standing in your grace, standing in your power, is being released now. Because the more we stand in our natural, authentic state of being, the more new aspects of ourselves that are coming forth. So let's say if you have been practicing witchcraft in a past lifetime, and right now there is a lot of collective karma that has to do with fear of showing our magical abilities, then this could be the reason why you might hesitate fully opening up or fully showing yourself or fully allowing this aspect to come forth. And that's why right now this clearing is taking place with the fire. Everything is being burned away and cut away, so that again this new aspect can come forth. And I'm very much being made to feel that you are a frequency holder. So it's not so much about now going into witchcraft really deeply, unless you want to, unless you're interested in. But this very much has something to do with like you being a pillar of light, you being a frequency holder, just you being yourself unapologetically without being fearful. This is going to, like, this is the healing. This is how you contribute the most. And then of course, if you want to explore witchcraft, or also herbology is coming through for a few, because we have a lot of green here as well. Then again, it's about adding these new aspects, but instead of adding knowledge, it's actually more this process of stripping away so that your inherent wisdom can actually come forth. Because again, for some of you or many of you, I feel you have been practicing witchcraft in ancient times and your soul holds knowledge. And even if you're not into herbalism or witchcraft right now, then as a result of this karmic clearing, new interests can be coming online, or like you might start to be interested in exploring herbalism or other things, or just witchcraft in general. Because I'm really being made to feel with the number 10, you're closing a cycle. And this comes very much through with this king energy, this king of wands energy. So this is really about allowing your talents to be seen. And then of course, before there were fears to fully showing your talents, but since now these fears have been released, or they are in the process of releasing in this year right now, then it's really about bringing forth these aspects of yourself and being comfortable with showing up, being comfortable with spreading your wisdom basically. And then you're going to see that the good karma is going to come as a result. because maybe some of you have been perceiving this year or the last few years like I'm actually being shown a longer cycle. So for some of you this is an ongoing process. It almost felt like a punishment, or it almost felt like not really something positive, because maybe relationships have been changing, you have been changing environments, and there is the feeling of things falling apart. And when things fall apart, the way we perceive this change is actually sometimes negative. Like we might be thinking, why is the universe punishing me? Why do I feel all these emotional pains? Or why is all of this coming up? But this is actually this karmic clearing, so that the, let's say, positive side can come in. And I feel the positive side of the karma, the positive side of the work that you have been doing, is actually showing up as your truest and most authentic self. And again, as a result, a lot of positive karma comes in. And with the number 8, this has to do with abundance. But yeah, the results of the work that you have been doing, the results of the efforts, the healing, the shadow work, the shedding layers, and all of this was here so that you can show up as the King of Wands and also create a lot of abundance with your gifts. And this is why this process is taking place, because it is really about, with the number 3, showing, using your creative ability to the highest, for the highest good, basically. Because with the number 3, this is very much talking about also the 3 alchemical principles. This is talking about the Holy Trinity, the tree of creation, basically. And it's coming through with this golden energy. So it's very much about refining your skills and almost getting to know your true strength. Like, how do you use your creative energy, your creative abilities to the best? How do you act on your highest potential? How do you actualize your potential? And I'm very much being made to feel that this year is very much about exploring that. So what are your passions? What are you truly capable of? And by exploring that, you will actually see that many things will come natural to you. Like, you will see that, again, you will then start developing a new interest, and you're like, oh wow, I'm really good at this. I didn't think that I could look into this avenue. Like, I'm really being made to feel there are a lot of new things coming in, and it's very, very much divinely guided. Because again, number 10, this is about closing a cycle. But with this card, it's coming through like I'm hearing the age of Aquarius. So you definitely are contributing to the shift with your abilities. And again, it's your healing energy. There is something which only you can do. No one else can do it. Only you can do it, because only you have the wisdom necessary to bring this forth. And this can be anything. It can be a unique way of healing. It can be a unique way of looking at art, a unique way of also maybe gardening. It doesn't have to be connected to spirituality. It can also be permaculture is also coming through. Very, very much working with Mother Gaia. And being made to feel you are an earth angel or an earth keeper, actually. Very much feeling this, again, this Queen of Pentacles energy, very grounded energy. You could have a lot of earth in your chart, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or also your north node could be an earth sign, or your, something about your purpose is very, very much connected to the earth. And again, the wisdom you bring through, your healing wisdom, is actually helping close cycles for all of humanity, because you are, let's say, the missing link, or you are an inherent part of making this shift happen. Like, you're an inherent component in allowing the earth to ascend. And that's why I'm being made to feel you're very closely connected with Mother Earth. Like, there is a very deep connection with Mother Earth. And now we have the number 9 here with this one. And here I'm really strongly being taken to the Sun. But actually I'm being told to pull some oracle cards as well. So let's say how to activate our magical abilities. What is our greatest gift? Anything we need to know in regards of pile number 1, Soul's Gifts. One more. Let's see. Okay. So, we have the last cloak. Yes, this is very much coming through as a confirmation of what I've been channeling before. Joy of life. Okay. Wait, let's make some space so we can still see the cards. Joy of life and star connection. Okay. Yes. Oh wow, okay. So, yes, the last cloak is really coming through. Again, we have the number 8, so very, very significant. Again, either this year or your personal year number 8, or also something about your life path. So if you don't know your life path, or it's actually an invitation to read more about your life path again, because I'm being made to feel that when you explore your personal connection with the year, with number 8 in this present moment, there is going to be new wisdom which helps you to release these last bits and pieces of karma, which are, yeah, it's really about releasing the last cloak, like really everything that was cloaking your fullest potential, or every fear that was preventing you from fully showing up as your true and authentic self is being released right now. And again, I'm really strongly being taken to the earth grids and Stonehenge, and some of you are from the UK, or you have had many past lifetimes in the UK. Also the Druids are coming through, very much feeling this energy of earth magic, like you are an earth keeper, like very, also the dwarves are coming through, some of you are connecting with the dwarves. But again, it's about allowing that magical essence of yours to fully come forth, and this is already happening. And again, as a result of this clearing, so much joy is going to come as a result. And look, we have the 8 again. This is super divinely guided. So your spirit guides, all your ancestors, all these magical beings, they are really helping you to find true joy in life. And see here, the golden nectar is flowing. This is about the awakening of consciousness. This is about truly activating your divine being with the energy of the king. So regardless of gender, when I talk about the king is the divine masculine energy. This is our soul. This is our royal, divine, sovereign being. And this is being activated right now. And as a result, again, a lot of waters are flowing. Waters in the sense of financially, the currency. That's why it's even called currency, because it's about the flowing of energy, but a lot of flow, like financial flow, but also happiness and happiness hormones and love. And it's just your ancestors are really helping you to bring in more flow into your life. And then with the star connection, it's actually a very specific message, because the first thing that I was reminded of when I looked at this symbol is the alchemical symbol of the sun. And if you look at this figure, it's almost a little bit scared. So what this is telling me is that there is almost part of these fears, or again, it's collective fears more than your own, is almost, there is a programming which was almost making you fearful of looking into everything that is starseed related, or everything that is very cosmic, very angelic. Because again, I'm being made to feel you are very much connected to the earth, to earth magic and this very grounded magic. But I'm being made to feel this new aspect, or something new that is being activated in this lifetime specifically, has to do with the stars. So it's almost about letting go the fear of looking into the really, really deep spirituality, like connecting with extraterrestrials and with star beings. And there is something, some subconscious programming that was almost making you fearful of looking into everything connected to aliens. Or maybe some of you have been growing up with the thought that aliens are evil, or that we have to fear aliens or star beings in general. Like, they don't like to be called aliens because they are not alien in the sense, but they are our family, our star family. That's why I call them star beings. So it's very much about, yes, nurturing the connection with our star family. And I'm being made to feel that this is something new for you. So some of you definitely are star seeds as well. And this can be talking about the rediscovering of your star origins, or getting to know about your past lifetimes on other planets. But for some of you, this could literally be a completely new dimension. And right now you're being invited to, yes, invite your star family, or at least being comfortable with the existence of benevolent star beings, or knowing that aliens are not evil. There's definitely something about, yes, almost not being defensive when it comes to opening up to the higher angelic realms, and knowing that if there is a resistance or a fear or an adversity, then this is always coming back to this 8 energy. But again, 888, it's super divinely guided, and again, it's really about bringing in this flow. And with the number 12 and the skull, this is talking about a completely, yeah, it's a complete rebirth, because the number 12, like in tarot, the death is number 13. And number 13 is actually about transcending the 12 zodiac signs. So I'm being made to feel right now you're at the last stage of something. Also with the number 9, the last stage before the completion, or the last stage before you then fully go into nothingness, let's say. And nothingness is about transcending the cycle of creation, fully merging back with the void. This is like actual spiritual enlightenment. And it's so beautiful to see. The next card we have is this one, where we have the same symbol of the sun. And here it's like, oh, I'm waking up from a long, almost hibernation. And it's like this energy of a new birth, a new beginning. And we see the energies here are very, very different from this energy to this energy. And I'm being made to feel this is the process. Like this year is going to help you transform from this state to this state. And again, it is, everything is super, super, super divinely guided. And the biggest invitation right now is to actually just continue exploring, continue getting to know your light. Because since it's talking about the sun, this is about getting to know your royal, supreme, divine self, like getting to know your soul, getting to know the beauty of your being, the vastness of your potential, and very much being comfortable with exploring your potential, which actually also entails looking into new things that you maybe are not familiar with, because you will start to see when you then explore new avenues that are, let's say, out of your comfort zone. You will then start to see like, oh wow, I'm actually good at this. Like for example, if you have a tarot channel, or if you're doing tarot readings only, then maybe it's an invitation to start exploring healing, like offering healing sessions. Or if you're very much focused on meditation or yoga, then it's maybe about exploring the tree of life, or like hermeticism, or it's like, again, adding a new layer so that you're rediscovering new aspects of yourself. And this is going to lead to this rebirth, like with all this death energy. Like I'm being made to feel with this card, you're on a threshold of completely being born as a new self, like really with the last cloak, like completely releasing the past. And I'm hearing blank slate, like right now the karma is cleared. With the 888, everything, the way has been cleared, so that now the joy can flow, the abundance can flow, the money can flow, and just this sense of feeling whole and fulfilled. Also with the symbol of the sun, it's about wholeness, it's about seeing ourselves as being connected with source, seeing ourselves, it's the connection between the individual soul and the universal soul. And this is spiritual enlightenment. So you're definitely meant to awaken in this lifetime, and it's an awakening of more and more aspects of yourself. And the biggest guide right now are actually the stars, star beings, cosmic beings, also something about astrology, exploring astrology on a deeper level. And this is really helping you to, again, activate your magical abilities. Beautiful, very, very abundant. 888 keeps on coming up, or like we have even 48. So definitely explore also your personal connection with the number 8, and please let me know how that resonates for you. And you can also stay tuned for the next piles if you feel that there are more messages for you today. If you feel this was your message, then thanks so much for tuning in. And I'm also offering personal readings, so you can always reach out to me on my email address. and I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye bye, thanks for watching, much love. Hello, pal number 2. So this is your reading if you have chosen the wizard. So let's see what the wizards have to tell you. What do we need to know about activating your magical abilities? Okay, anything we need to know maybe about your past lifetimes? Anything we need to know about how to activate your creative potential? Anything we can know? Oh, the cards are coming out quite easily. All right, there we go. Back of the deck we have the number 13. Beautiful. So let's see what we have. Okay. Very interesting energy. Let's see. Okay. So I hope you can see everything. Yes. All right, so let's see messages from the wizards. All right, so the first thing that comes up is the energy of the high priestess. It actually says the priestess, and this is very much talking about your channeling abilities. Some of you have the life path number 7. The number 7 can be very significant for you right now, because this is very much talking about the channeling of arcane wisdom. I'm being made to feel you have had many lifetimes either in Egypt, also Sumeria is coming up. I'm very much being taken to ancient civilizations, and you have this inherent wisdom. And I'm being made to feel your magical, one of your greatest gifts or one of your best magical abilities, let's say, is channeling. But it's actually the channeling of your multidimensional selves. So let's say if you have had a past lifetime as a high priest in Egypt, then actually if you have a tarot channel or if you are channeling, it's about inviting that aspect of yourself in the present moment, because past lifetimes, they are actually parallel lifetimes. So that high priestess aspect of yourself or that Egyptian ancestor exists right now. So when you are giving a healing session, for example, or if you work with spirit, if you work with channeling or writing books or healing or art or anything, it is really about inviting these aspects of yourself, because when we do that, then it's actually this aspect of ourselves then working through us. And this is very beautiful because I'm being reminded to share this. So when I first started offering healing sessions, the first healing session that I offered to my friend was a remote healing, and she said that basically so she was in Italy, I was in Greece, and we were having a phone call, and I was connecting with her energetic field and she was in meditation. And after the healing session we had a chat, and she was talking about her experience, and she told me that she had a vision of like a pharaoh or like a high priest kind of person that was there in the room with her. And this was very beautiful to hear, because this is really the confirmation that when we were doing the healing session, it was not me giving the healing, but it was actually my Egyptian ancestor that was doing the healing. So this is very much about inviting our higher self. This is very much about inviting our divine self or our ancestors. And so the work is different, because if we don't tune into our higher self, if we don't tune into, let's say, these multidimensional aspects of ourselves, then we are acting from the ego, and then we are limiting ourselves. But if I say I open a portal now and I allow my ancestors to flow through me and act through me, then it's almost the universe then giving the healing session or doing the magic on its own accord. And this is how magic actually works. Magic doesn't come from the ego, but magic is allowing the natural flow of nature to unfold on its own accord. And that's why a healer is not really doing the healing, but a healer is actually a channel. And that's why the high priestess is coming through. So as a healer, what we are doing is basically opening the portal so that the healing energy can flow through, and we are acting as a medium basically. So for some of you who are interested to activate your magical abilities, the biggest focus is actually on opening your channel or clearing your channel so that you allow more of your multidimensional self and your multidimensional aspects to flow through. And then we are truly magicians, because if we are acting from the ego, might be still working, but then we don't have spirit on our side, because then we're looking into black magic. Like, there are some techniques where magic still works from the ego, but then again it's black magic where we then are exploiting the forces of nature, and then we are on our own, or like we have to then work with lower dimensional energies, or like with shadow energies or entities. But if we want to stay on the path of light, and if we want to work for the light and with the flow of nature, in line with the cosmic energies, basically if we want to create magic without creating karma, then it is really about inviting in spirit and allowing our soul and our higher self to do the magic for us. Because if we act in alignment with the cosmic energies, if we use creative magic for creative purposes, then it's a win-win situation. Because what we are creating is actually not only serving ourselves, but it's serving the whole collective, the whole community. If we are using magic to heal, if we are using magic to create art that supports the collective, then we have the whole universe on our side and our ancestors on our side, and then they can really help us. And that's why the biggest focus, again, to activate your magical abilities, it's about opening your channel, or remembering that actually you are the high priestess. Because again, some of you are really coming through as this high priest or high priestess, like you definitely have been working in temples or working with spirit in ancient times. And if you invite that aspect of yourself, then it's that aspect of yourself doing the healing or creating the art or sharing the knowledge. Very powerful energy, actually. Definitely life path number 7 for some of you. And number 7 is one of the most magical numbers, because 7 is talking about the 7 chakras, the 7 colors of the rainbow, the 7 aspects of source. It's like also the 7 notes. Like the 7 is a very magical number, because 7 is actually the first number that allows us to be in unity, because it's like, yeah, it's like the center of the hexagon. So it's very much talking also about the activation of your light body. And again, the more our light body is activated, the more our 𝑓_star chakra and the higher chakras are activated, the easier we can allow then these multidimensional aspects to come through. And then again, this is what raises our ability to create magic. And then we have the Fool, very, very beautiful energy. So it's definitely a new beginning, but I'm being made to feel a new beginning of, yeah, it's almost like the message coming through is that in this lifetime, you have the chance to explore your spirituality like never before. Like, even if you have been, let's say, a pharaoh or a high priest or a high priestess in ancient times, and you thought this was the heyday of your spiritual journey, where it was temple culture, we were doing rituals every day, and it was super, the vibration was much higher, and everyone was much more connected with spirit. Like, if you think this was the highlight of your spiritual journey, then just wait to see what this life is going to bring you. Because again, in this lifetime with the Fool, you're going to be exploring your spirituality like never before. And there is so much magic waiting for you in this lifetime. Because what's different in this lifetime is that we have access to all the spiritual teachings. In ancient times, we were, let's say, if you lived in Egypt, then you were following the Egyptian tradition. And then obviously, if we are connected to spirit, then we receive the cosmic teachings. But then it is looking at these cosmic teachings through the lens of the Egyptian way of looking at it. But in this lifetime, we have the chance to look at it through the Egyptian lens. We have the chance to look at it from the Indian, like the Vedic teachings. We have access to all the information. And this is what is new about the age of Aquarius. Like, it really allows us to look at spirituality or to access spirit from all these different lenses. And that's why I always say it's so important to explore more traditions, to not fixate ourselves only on one, not only one tradition or one spiritual path, but really explore all of them. Because the more we explore the different colors of the rainbow, the easier it is to connect with Source on a deeper level. And that's why this lifetime really gives you the chance to explore your spirituality like never before. And this is why you have come in here. Like, some of you are thinking, what am I even doing in this era? Like, this is not my era. I'm used to temple culture where we were praying every day and chanting and just sitting by the river like a muse, and just, I'm really feeling this, your soul is yearning for this peaceful energy where everything was bliss and everything was much slower. But we can have this lifestyle in this lifetime as well. And this is what we are evolving towards with the, I don't know the name in English, but this is a Smith. So with the number 5, this is about shaping your reality. And it's about change. So this is talking about a paradigm shift. Again, with the Fool coming up, actually twice. So we have the Fool twice. So this is very much talking about, in this lifetime, you are meant to experience a true paradigm shift. But in the sense where maybe at the beginning or the first part of your life, you thought like, what am I even doing here? Like, nobody's connected with spirit, and maybe you were frustrated and you thought like, where is my soul tribe? Or why is nobody seeing the beauty? Why is nobody working? Like, why is nobody appreciating the beauty of the world? But this was part of your initiation. This was part of your becoming, because again, you come through as a master, you come through as a high priestess, and you have challenged yourself to first be disconnected from that blissful spiritual aspect, but then you are meant to experience this paradigm shift where this aspect then comes back, but in a completely new way. And again, more than ever before, or like in a completely new way that you didn't even think was possible, because it is really coming through like a, wow, it's like a complete paradigm shift, a completely new beginning. But a new beginning when it comes to exploring your spirituality. And then we have the, yes, we have the merchant. And this is very much coming through about using your sexual energy with the number 6 very wisely. So it's very much about knowing where to focus your energy and knowing how to, yes, you're very much coming through as a very intelligent person. Like, if you manage your resources properly, if you know how to use your creative energy to the best of your ability, then it's actually really talking about, yes, being able to ground this multidimensional aspect of yourself in the earth plane. And this practically, this means, let's say, maybe opening a school or creating an artwork, or like it's really talking about art, about creativity, about opening a community, or opening anything, like anything, whatever you're interested in. It's about grounding this spiritual multidimensional aspect of yourself in the earth plane by using your creative energy. Because here this is the priestess and this is the priest, and this is coming through as this root chakra energy. It's about grounding it in the earth plane. So let's say if you then open a school where you teach about the ancient mysteries, this is how you have then successfully bridged the higher realms on this earth plane. And it's really about bringing heaven to earth, about allowing more of our multidimensional aspects to be grounded in the earth plane, where then other people can access this wisdom. Because again, it's talking about the number 7 again, and it's about bringing through actually spirituality, but in a very grounded way, where it then can be applied for, or it can be helpful for the collective. And then we have the number 2 and the magician here, and the number 13. Oh wow. Actually, I'm being told to pull some oracle cards because I did it for pile number 1 as well. So anything we can know about activating pile number 2's magical abilities, anything we need to know about how to activate the fullest potential. Okay, so we have the Syrian emissaries, yes. So some of you definitely have been on Earth while our star ancestors were still present. So this is talking about Atlantis, this is talking about prehistory, this is talking also about the stories of giants. So in the biblical stories there are stories of giants that they have been present on the earth plane. This is very much talking about our star ancestors. And before the Great Flood, the gods were still living amongst the human beings. And I'm being made to feel that you are one of them. Like you have been visiting the earth as a star being. You have been visiting the earth as an extraterrestrial, like you were one of these giants. Or you have been living as a human while these giants were on earth. And again, this is why you have so much wisdom within yourself. This is why you are connected to all these ancestors and all these beings who then can channel this wisdom through you. And with the number 6, again, this is a confirmation coming through with this energy here. It's really about using your sexual energy, your creative energy, to dream the dream of your dream life, to really create like it's possible. Again, the confirmation, it's possible to live like we used to live in ancient times. And we do this by just making it happen. Like you don't have to ask, you don't have to wait for anyone's approval to be able to do this. Obviously, for many people, financial things sometimes are, like finances are often a roadblock to that. But this is really about letting go of all the limitations, like knowing that it is possible. Because if you believe that it is possible, then spirit and your higher multidimensional selves, they will find a way to make it happen. And actually this is coming through that the limitations, they are just, yeah, it's just a perception. Like we're not really limited. Like if you think you don't have enough money to make certain things happen, then know that this is not the case. Because, oh, beautiful, with the purity, if you know, like if we act from a pure intent, if you know that your actions are grounded in purity, if you know that the magic that you are creating is, again, working on behalf of the universe, then so it is, and it shall manifest. And that's why when you know that your actions are pure, and you're coming from a pure place, then everything is possible. Because again, then we have the whole universe on our side. And then it's possible to create anything you want. Because again, it's a win-win situation, not only for yourself, but for the whole collective. So your purity is actually your greatest gift. Because acting from purity is making every magic happen. Because then we really have the support. And yes, surrender, beautiful, beautiful. This is very much coming through. The way to get there, to manifest the life of your dreams, is not by putting in too much force. Obviously, there always needs to be a balance between acting and being passive, between the masculine and the feminine energy. But if you want to go back to the ancient times where we were being fed by our soulmate on a river bank and just singing and chanting and living a blissful life, then we are wanting to embody this energy right now. Then we are wanting to surrender and allow more flow to come in. And this is how we then bring this aspect back. Like we cannot create this heaven on earth, or we cannot create this dream life by forcing ourselves to work when we don't feel like it, or by pushing forward, or by acting excessively. So it's very much about embodying all that you are already, like knowing that you are the high priestess, knowing that you already are this pharaoh or this magical being, and just embodying it, like owning your beauty, owning your magic and embodying it, very much embodying this empress energy. Because you know that you're acting from a pure place, and you know that everything is going to be delivered to you in due time. And that's why it's about reattune to your truth, like knowing that Of course it's possible. Of course it's gonna happen. Beautiful, we have a confirmation, like the unicorn showing up twice. You're very, very, very intuitive. Like you're a super advanced being. You're coming through as a claircognizant, clairsentient, clairvoyant. Like your clair abilities are super on point. And that's why trust your intuition. And I'm being made to feel I don't even need to tell you. Like you know that you're here to experience heaven on earth. And the way we embody, or the way we create heaven on earth, is by embodying our truth, is by embodying, by knowing that it's already there, basically. And this is very much talking about, yes, your manifesting abilities. Like manifestation is first and foremost about knowing that it's already here. And manifestation is not so much about, obviously, affirmations and all the rituals and all these practices. They're actually there to clear our subconscious patterns that almost make us believe that it's not possible. But once these subconscious patterns have been cleared, it's just about instant manifestation and knowing that it's possible and knowing that you have the power to manifest it. And this is how it manifests, by knowing that the abundance is already here now, by knowing that heaven on earth is already here now. And with the number 13, this is talking about the rise of the feminine, the rise of the divine feminine, the rebirth of magic, actually, the rebirth of Christ consciousness. Because number 13 is the transcending of the 12 aspects of Source Creator, also the 12 Olympian gods, the 12 chakras, the 12 signs of the zodiac. It is going beyond the 12 aspects, and the number 13 is death. Death in the sense of completely merging with silence, merging with the void, and allowing ourselves to live a life where we live outside of time. And this is how we used to be living in ancient times, where time didn't exist, like, or at least not like clocks didn't exist, or like calendars like we know it today didn't exist, or definitely not a 9 to 5 job or like a working week. Like, it is really about, again, bringing in timelessness and, to the best of your ability, living life like we used to do in ancient times. Because again, the more we embody that aspect, the more it can come for the whole collective. And if everyone starts to do that, then obviously the whole system needs to fall apart. Because if every single person says, like, I don't want to work anymore, I'm not being paid enough, or like if we would all be on the same page and say we're not playing this game anymore, then we have to come up with a new system. The reason why we might still be limited by money, or by needing to work, or like needing to live up with the matrix or live up to the status quo, is because we're giving our power away, because we are not reclaiming our divine essence, our magical abilities. And that's why the more we reclaim our power, the more we allow this magic to come forth, and knowing that we are magic, we are the manifestors, we are the magicians, we are creating this earth realm. Like, it's our choice, it's not anyone else's choice. And by reclaiming that power, reattuning to our truth, we can literally create heaven on earth. And this is where we are evolving towards, into an earth, a existence on earth where we live outside of time. And this is the time of no time. I'm getting goosebumps. This is how we used to be living in ancient times. And most of you, they are used to that. So know that part of your life up until this point was the initiation of learning about darkness, learning about the matrix, learning about all these artificial systems, and then dismantling these artificial systems, again experiencing this complete paradigm shift, and then bringing back the feminine, bringing back magic, and allowing your purity to shine through. Because again, you are a super, super spiritual being, super connected. Like, you on a soul level, you are a unicorn. And when I see unicorns, I always think about Isis, about being connected to the higher realms, to the intuition. Like, you have the ability to see beyond the veil. You have the ability to connect with these magical beings. And that's why a person like you is needed to create the bridge between the realms. And the more people create this connection, the more we bring the higher realms to the earth, by sharing our wisdom and by embodying our truth, this is what creates heaven on earth and bliss for everyone, not just for yourself, but literally we are raising the frequency for the entire planet. And this is what we are manifesting with the magician, like with the number 4. It's about really solidifying it and bringing it here in this earth plane. Super, super powerful energy. Very beautiful reading. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to channel these messages for you. This was your message for today. Or also if you would like to stay tuned for another pile, you can definitely watch the other piles as well. If you feel this was your message, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. And also, if you would like to have a personal reading, I'm also offering personal readings, so you can reach out to me at any time. And again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love. Hello, pile number 3. So this is your reading if you have chosen the Druids. And actually, this is by far my favorite deck from the 3. But I didn't want to say it in the beginning because I didn't want to imprint too much. But I'm super excited about this deck because the imagery is really amazing. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we are looking at how to activate your magical abilities. Maybe even looking at your past lifetimes, anything we need to know about activating your fullest potential. What do we need to know about your fullest potential? How to activate your magical abilities. Any messages from the Druids also. Let's see what we have. This one here, one more, or 2 more. No, this is too much. Just 1 card, please. This one wants to come out. And back of the deck, we have number 10. Okay, let's see what we have. Number 10, the 4. Ooh, okay. Yes, this definitely is my favorite deck. Very beautiful imagery. Okay, so let's see what we have. I hope you can see. Yes. So basically, the first thing that comes up is that you definitely are a starseed. You definitely have had lifetimes on other planets, because this is very much coming through as, yes, also Pleiadians are coming through, Arcturians are coming through. This is very much cosmic energy. So I'm being made to feel you are either completely new to Earth, this can be one of your first incarnations here on Earth, or it's very much like you're not used to this density, because you're really coming through as a very cosmic being, and you're almost coming through as someone who was curious to experience this realm. So again, you have had many incarnations, or many, I don't want to say incarnations because it's not really flesh in the higher realms, but you have had many lifetimes in the higher realms or acting as spirit guides. And I'm being made to feel in this lifetime you wanted to experience something new. And with the number 4, it's about experiencing the earth, experiencing the density, experiencing, yeah, a new aspect of yourself. And we all go through many journeys. Like there are souls who are coming on earth for the first time. There are souls who have been on earth for many, many times, and they already transcended the earth. And then they come back because of the times that we are living in right now. Like there are many, many different soul's journeys, and we are all on our very unique soul's journey. And this is very much coming through as almost a reminder to not compare ourselves to anyone, because it really is true that we are all on our very unique journey. We are here in the collective as humanity, but again, every single person is super unique in their journey. And just as unique as all the stars. So there are all these stars in the night sky. Some are brighter, some are fainter, some are closer, some are further away. But every single star is needed to create this whole orchestra that is the universe. And this is very much coming through as a reminder of owing your uniqueness, of really saying like, it's okay to be like I am. Like, I don't need to fit in. Maybe some of you have been struggling with fitting in because, again, you come from other star systems, you maybe even come from other galaxies, and then maybe you have one of your first incarnations here on Earth and you're like, oh my goodness, what is this? Maybe you have struggled with not feeling at home, or just feeling a sense of disconnection, or this is very much coming through as the energy of being the black sheep in the family, or being very much understood, or not understanding the earth, like not understanding why certain things are the way they are, and just like generally a feeling of what you needed to learn in this lifetime is really grounding this higher dimensional aspect of yourself and feeling at home despite everything that's going on. And this is what you wanted to learn on a soul level. Like, this is the reason why you have incarnated, because again you wanted to challenge yourself and to have a different kind of experience, bringing this cosmic energy actually down on earth. And with the number 10, I'm actually feeling called to look at the imagery. Yes, you're definitely coming through as a spiritual warrior, but more so a spiritual warrior that is contributing to the shift of the ages. So this is the reason why you have incarnated specifically at this time, because right now we live in this transitional period between the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius. And this is why so many souls have chosen to incarnate right now. And this is why actually so much healing is taking place collectively, and so much karma, and so much, like, we all go through very deep challenges in this lifetime. Like, there is no person on this planet that is not going through very tough challenges, because what we are here to first of all experience is the liberation of the karma, the liberation of our lineages, but then also to experience heaven on earth, but in this plane. So it's very much again about bringing, almost living life as we used to be living in the higher realms, but then almost creating a bridge and allowing ourselves to live life like we used to do in the higher realms. So it's actually a very similar energy from all the piles, but I'm being made to feel that there is something unique about your path. There is something unique about the way you do that. Because obviously activating our magical abilities is about bringing more spirit into the earth plane. That's why the message is very similar, and it's all about, again, living life like we used to be living in the higher realms, or living life like we used to do in ancient times, and just adopting a lifestyle that allows us to invite more magic in our life. But again, I'm being made to feel the way you do it is super unique. And that's why you contribute to the shift. Almost like, yeah, Grandmother Willow is coming through. Like here, if you have seen Pocahontas, you're very much coming through as a galactic Pocahontas. Like where Pocahontas is very connected to the nature and is able to communicate with nature spirits and with the spirits of the forest. You're coming through as this galactic fairy, this galactic Pocahontas, that is able to communicate with star beings, with extraterrestrials. And this is why you have come here, because again, you are acting as a bridge to bring through the wisdom of your galactic ancestors. And that's why your presence is highly necessary right now. Like, you're really coming through as a spiritual warrior, but not a spiritual warrior that is in the masculine energy where it's about being forceful, or it's like, it's less the energy of doing deep shadow work, but it's more this energy of bringing through the wisdom of the higher realms. Like, you have Pleiadian wisdom in your DNA, you have Andromedan wisdom in your DNA, you have Arcturian wisdom in your DNA. And I'm being made to feel like channeling the messages for this pile was a little bit harder than the others. So this really tells me that it's very much about being comfortable with bringing through these messages, or there is almost something about maybe the reason why you felt disconnected maybe at the first part of your life or up until this point, or the reason why you never felt home or like you felt like an outcast was because your spiritual gifts and this cosmic wisdom was not fully being activated. So since you come from the higher realms, since you are used to be living super connected with spirit and super galactic, like super cosmic, before this aspect of yourself was not really activated. So this is why you maybe felt like a part of yourself was missing. Maybe some of you have been going through depression or just a feeling of not feeling whole, not feeling complete. But what I'm being made to feel that right now, this wisdom starts to come in again. The connection between you and your star ancestors is being rekindled or is being intensified, and as a result you will start feeling more whole, because more of this galactic cosmic energy, this starseed energy, is coming online. And this is how you are a spiritual warrior, because it's almost like, yes, being a magician, being a witch, being a druid, like embodying your energy and knowing that your connection to the whole tree of creation is your greatest gift. Like, I'm being made to feel you came in this lifetime with your Kundalini already activated, or like with your inner eye already open. Like, as a child you were very perceptive of the energies of the other side of the veil. Like, you're coming through as an indigo child, you're coming through as a crystal child, you're really coming through as this spiritual being. But again, not all of your spiritual gifts were activated from the beginning. And that's why maybe up until this point you never felt fulfilled, or you never felt like, you always felt that there was something missing. But right now is the time to bring in this energy again, and as a result you will basically find your place in this world. You will see that it's possible for you to fit in this world. Like, not just possible, that actually you are an inherent part in this world. Like, you are needed to make this shift happen. Your wisdom is needed, your presence is needed. And this is why, again, I'm being made to feel this energy of a paradigm shift, of really going through a phase of being disconnected and feeling out of place, to really finding your place in this world and really being embodied with this energy, and knowing that your gifts and your knowledge, your wisdom is super needed. And you have a lot of spiritual help. Like, I'm really seeing these different branches, and not only one, like Star Nation. You really feel like a star traveler, like you have been in many different planets, but again, mostly higher dimensions. So with this number 4 coming up, 444, some of you are seeing 444 a lot. This is a confirmation that your angels, your star ancestors, they're really helping you. But again, this experience in density, this is something very new for you, and that's why it was a bit more challenging to navigate in the first place. But now I'm actually feeling called to channel some messages from the oracle cards. Anything we need to know about how to activate your magical abilities. One more card. There we go. So let's see. We have manifest. Okay. Yes. Okay, it's coming through the confirmation. Ships of light. Oh, look. All this confirmation. I love it. And the crown. So one of the main reasons why you wanted to experience this density is because it has to do with our magical abilities. Like, again, the way we manifest, the way we create, that is actually magic. So every act of creation is an act of magic. But again, since you have never experienced using your creative abilities in this earth plane, in this density, basically your intention was to master your creative abilities. But you've mastered it in a higher realm where it's instant manifestation, or the way to manifest is very different, but maybe you never had the experience to come here on earth and manifest with a delay, or manifest with certain limitations. So one of your main reasons of coming here was, again, to master your creative abilities, to add new wisdom, like your soul is coming through as a very curious soul. And more than anything, you came here for curiosity. And that's why I'm being made to feel that the way you are a spiritual warrior is not too much about shadow work. Then obviously we all go through healing and we all release karma, but it's less about like what I want to say with this is that some star seeds are here to really release the darkness, to really release the thick pain and like really challenging experiences. But in your case, I'm being made to feel it's less, let's say, this shadow work, or like you're less a shadow worker, but you're really coming through as a light worker, like really about bringing in these cosmic energies. And with the beam up your vibration, the ships of light, this is coming through as a confirmation. Most of your experiences as a soul have been in higher dimensions, have been in other realms, and that's why you're so connected with your star ancestors, with extraterrestrials, with star beings. And some of you definitely have had like abduction experiences as a child, because I'm really seeing that your star ancestors, they have made their presence known to you at a very early age, because again they have slowly been preparing you for this full awakening, where your crown is then fully opening and you're maybe fully remembering your past lifetimes on other planets. And before you were able to fully ground this information, you first needed to experience the density. You first needed to be in the physical realm before you can be a galactic shaman. That's what I'm hearing. Like you're coming through as a galactic shaman, super divinely guided. 1111, 111. So some of the angel numbers you might be seeing are 111, 1111, or 444. Definitely your star ancestors coming through. And they're actually coming through to let you know that something that you are, again, is coming through the confirmation, something that you are learning is bringing through this galactic wisdom, but then still being grounded in this earth plane, like still being grounded in the physical. And that's the mastery, because you know how to do it in a higher realm, you know how to embody your magic in the higher spheres, but now it's about being a shaman, embodying your wisdom in this earth plane. And this is how you bring in, with the number 10, it's about, actually, what you are learning is grounding. And that's why I say that there are many different paths, because some star seeds, they are more connected to the earth, they are more like earth keepers, and what they are learning in this lifetime is opening up to the higher spheres, opening up to cosmic energies, to extraterrestrials and these kind of energies. But I feel for you it's the other way around. You were super connected to the higher realms from the very beginning, and what you needed to learn was actually grounding into this earth plane, or again finding your place in this earth plane. And this is why it's talking about bringing heaven to earth, basically. But something that you needed to learn was maybe releasing fears and knowing that it's safe to be here on earth. Maybe you never felt safe, or like you never felt, again, it's really about finding your place in this earth and knowing that there is a place for you, knowing that you are meant to be here. And again, many of you are going through a Kundalini activation right now, because Kundalini activation is an ongoing process. It's not something that happens once and then it's done. It actually happens throughout many years. So this is actually talking about the process has already started, because we have the butterfly here. So right now the biggest focus is actually about inviting in your star ancestors, about allowing them to beam their vibration into your bedroom, like very much also something about astral traveling, like. And that's why I'm being made to feel that since you were here in this earth plane, you always had the feeling that something was missing. Like you always thought like, oh, I should be able to astral travel, or I should be able to communicate with my star beings. Like, where is this aspect of myself? Like you almost felt like something was not right. But right now you're ready to bring in this energy again. And that's why right now this gift start almost breaking open. This is the flowering of the crown. All these different multidimensional aspects of yourself, they're being activated as a result of this Kundalini activation. And with the crown, oh, super beautiful, I love it. We have the confirmation here. What you are in the process of doing right now is growing wings. So you being the tree trunk, you being the wizard, the witch, the magician, with your open inner eye, is allowing you to branch out, and the branches of the cosmic tree, the branches of the tree of life, they are connected to the stars. So every star is connected with every other star through a starry branch, and what you're doing right now is learning how to navigate these branches. And we are traveling through these corridors actually when we are in meditation, or again when we are doing astral traveling. And the more we are activating our consciousness, the more we are branching out, the easier it is for us to then channel the information from the stars, either in meditation or astral traveling while dreaming. But this is what it means to grow wings. This is what it means to branch out. Because before your Kundalini is activated, before your inner eye is fully open, we are like a tree trunk which has no branches. We are like a tree trunk which is grounded to the earth, but it's not possible for us to access the star wisdom. And that's why at the first stage of your life you felt like, where are my wings? Where are my branches? Like I should be able to fly to other planets. I should be able to communicate with my ancestors. But this was part of your initiation of being able to ground yourself in this earth plane and finding your place here. And right now your spirit guides, your star ancestors, they're giving you your wings back so that you're again reconnecting to the stars and able to ground this higher dimensional aspect into the earth plane, into, with the number 4, it's about bridging it and solidifying it here. Beautiful energy, beautiful. All the 3 pulses were super magical, but obviously it's talking about magic. These are definitely my favorite kinds of readings, so thank you so much for allowing me to channel these messages for you. I really hope that you resonated. Please let me know if you did. And also I am offering personal readings, so if you feel called to book a personal reading, you can reach out to me on my email address at any time. And I am wishing you a blessed time. Thanks so much for tuning in again, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love.